we just wanted to say thanks for watching our videos. We didn't get a chance to do our top 5's when we were out there because a lot of us were not well. So it is quite a few months later, but we thought we would come on and we would do our top 5's from the holiday. Right, okay, so we're gonna go into our top 5 foods. So you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna give an honorary mention to Applebee's buffalo chicken wings because I just think they are the best, and Mickey waffles. So that's 2 honorary mentions. But anyway. So, okay. So number 5, put in Blaze Pizza. Number 4 is the lemon meringue cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. We didn't eat there for a meal, but we got a couple takeaway cheesecakes. Number 3 is a pineapple and coconut swirl Dole Whip. That was the best. Number 2 is Cinnabons, especially when they're nice and warm, and it was just like the standard sort of one. I'm not quite sure what it was called. And number 1 I'm given to maple popcorn, which you get at Canada in Epcot. And I don't even like popcorn that much, but I like it, but it's not like my favourite snack. But the maple popcorn was the best.
Pretty obsessed with it though.
Yes, every time we were at Epcot, we had to have.
Cool.
Alright, who's gone next?
Do you want to go?
You go next, Brody?
Alright. So what is it? Food?
Yes,
Food.
so go through. So start with 5 and go
Alright.
to number 1.
So for me, for number 5 is IHOP pancakes. Then 4 is Everglazed donuts. And 3 is Lay's crisps. And 2 is Chick-fil-A. And 1 is Blaze pizza.
It's pizza
Nice.
in Disney Springs. Cool. That's a good top 5. What about yours, Carson?
Alright, so number 5 is the pizza we got at Pop.
Pop Century Resort, yeah.
It was really good. The pineapple Dole Whip from, I don't know, where
It's
was
like
it from?
Aloha Isle. It was in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, in Magic Kingdom. And then Mr. Beast Burger. And then Blaze Pizza and Lay's Crisps.
Nice.
What flavour?
Classic.
Is it just the classic?
Classic, the yellow packet one.
Yeah, that's the
Classic.
same for me as
Yeah.
well.
Good.
Just a classic.
So I'm going to go with quite a few honourable mentions. I think one has to be for me, what's it called? French toast from IHOP.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that. That was good. And
Yes.
the coffee from there seems really good.
Oh,
Like you get loads of refills.
Loads of refills.
So there's quite a few, but I'm going to go through. So Chick-fil-A or Chick-fil-A, whatever it's called. We did that
Chick-fil-A.
one day out. It was really
Mm.
nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
So that's number 5. And then number 4 is something I did on my own actually, was after I dropped a hire car off, I was meeting you at Disney Springs. But I was a bit early, so I went and got a pint and I was stood outside, I think it was City Brew or something like that. I was standing outside with my pint watching the World Cup at the time, and it was an England game, can't remember which one, but I really enjoyed that. It was just a nice pint, weather was glorious, that was good. Then 3rd is Cheesecake Factory key lime pie cheesecake. We got that to take away, that was good.
Mm-hmm. I
And
finished
then-
off that. Yours as well.
Yeah, you did. And then I forget what meal I had.
I'm pretty
But
sure
it-
it was like chow mein.
Was it
the
chow
noodles,
mein?
I think,
So
yeah.
it's from Lotus Garden,
Lotus Garden,
but
I
the
think.
quick service, not the sit down one.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken chow mein and the spring rolls. I forgot about the cheeseburger spring rolls. We didn't get them, but I do love a spring roll, so that was good. And then number 1 was Blaze Pizza, which I think is a real favourite for us all.
Yeah,
That was really
definitely.
good. That was a really good one.
Good. So that's our top 5 food. So we're going to go on to, what day was it, Brody? Did you want top 5 parks?
Yeah,
Right.
those parks.
So that's all the parks that we did during the holiday. So we did all 4 of the Disney parks, and we did Blizzard Beach, and then the 2 islands, 2 Universal parks and Volcano Bay. So, right, do you want to keep it in the same order of who does top 5, or does anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first
go
then.
first.
So your top 5.
So number 5 was Hollywood Studios because it had the brand new Star Wars land. Well, it wasn't brand new, but it was new to us.
yeah, yeah.
And then Islands of Adventure because of all the Jurassic World. Volcano Bay, then Magic Kingdom, and Epcot.
Epcot number 1.
Yes.
Good choice.
I'll go third.
Right, okay, you go on then. Oh, sorry, you go third. Sorry, right. Okay. Well, I'll go second.
Okay.
I'll go second. Okay, so my number 5 was Volcano Bay. Number 4 was Animal Kingdom. Number 3 was Magic Kingdom. Number 2, Hollywood Studios. And number 1, I think, was Epcot this time round. It definitely had quite a few of my favourite things in the one park. And I do love the golf ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The golf ball is actually really cool.
At night, lit up, I just could stare at it.
I got a photo of it, but like all golden.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
yeah,
Nice.
that's good.
Yeah.
Right, bros?
Was it parks?
Parks.
Yeah.
Alright, so for my number 5 park was Epcot, and 4 is Magic Kingdom, 3 is Hollywood Studios, 2 Volcano Bay, and 1 Animal Kingdom.
Good.
Nice.
That was
did
you
love-
loved Animal Kingdom, yeah.
What was your favourite bit? The Everest bit or the Pandora bit?
Everest.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, what are you meaning by the
No,
rides?
no,
You mean the
no, I mean
land.
the
So I
land
suppose
bit.
Oh,
like
the
the
land,
Asia bit.
probably what's it called, the
Pandora land.
yeah. It looked
Yeah.
more cooler,
That was cool.
The hanging
Especially at night.
mountains and
but
stuff, yeah.
yeah, Everest is still a better ride than
Yeah,
the flight.
well-
path.
Oh, we'll go on to
No
rides though,
spoilers.
I
No
know.
spoilers. Right. My parks, isn't it?
Parks, yeah.
So in at number 5, which is kind of surprising, but Magic Kingdom. I do feel like it's always good to do it early Magic Kingdom, and it's great. But 5 on this list for this holiday. Number 4 was Animal Kingdom, which I think is brilliant. But number 4, Epcot has shot up the rankings because
Definitely.
of Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And what's the place I like? Connection Cafe.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed
that was
time
good,
in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I like that.
Number 2 was Volcano Bay, because that is a great theme
Best
park.
water
That
park,
is
yeah.
a really good water park, and we did all the rides there. It was really good fun.
Yeah.
And number 1, Hollywood Studios, because of Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land, and the classics like
Rock
Rock and Roller Coaster and that sort of bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's parks.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about Rock and Roller Coaster.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it
good.
in Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down near Tower of Terror.
I thought it was in Magic Kingdom.
No.
No,
Oh
down there.
well.
Okay, so what we're going to go on to, so we've kind of grouped it all together, like experiences, shows, entertainment sort of thing. So, who wants to go first for that one?
I'll
Wait,
be-
for what?
We go
Sure.
first.
So the experience and shows, yeah.
I'll go first unless you want to, Brody.
No.
Right, I'll go first. So, I think I could probably interchange 4th and 5th, depending on what. But it's so number 5 I've put down on this list is the Harmonia show at Epcot.
Yeah.
It's really good, but yeah, I'm not huge on these big evening shows. So that and the Enchantment show at Magic Kingdom.
Enchantment, I'm sure it was Enchantment because it was
Yeah,
part
it's
of
the
the
castle
50th.
show.
Yeah, both
yeah.
of them are good, but interchangeable in those positions. Number 3, which I hadn't done in a long time but really enjoyed, was the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
That was
Really?
good.
Yeah, that was number 3, that was good. Number 2, and this is a surprise for me, is the basketball game we went to.
Yeah,
that was number
really
2,
good.
that was really good. But number 1, that just knocked out the basketball from number 1, is Fantasmic. That was brilliant, really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
That was good. It's one that we've been wanting to do for a while. Well, I had been wanting to do for a while. And we had such a good evening as well.
Yeah, it
we
was good.
had a beer, we had drinks and food, and it
We
was
queued
just
up
really.
super early for it that we didn't realise
We
was
didn't
super
realise,
early.
no.
We were actually panicking
We
that
didn't need to.
we were too
But-
late, but we got really good seats.
Yeah, and actually we got in earlier because we didn't know what it was like.
Yeah.
But we got to sit down, and it was actually really nice. It kind of passed. The time kind of passed quite quickly, and it was good.
I think we got is that where we got the Mickey pretzel?
Yeah, we got a Mickey pretzel,
That's
yeah,
good.
which was really tasty actually. I forgot about that in my snacks, but
Yeah.
yeah, that is good. Right, who wants to go next?
I'll go last because mine's quite confusing.
Right, okay. Right. Carson, do you want to go next for your shows then?
Sure. So at number 5, I have Harmonious. Number 4, Enchantment. Number 3, Fantasmic. Number 2, Indiana Jones. And number 1, Basketball.
Good.
Yeah.
It's all similar, but just, yeah, you did really enjoy the basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember it was
Mm.
good.
Yes,
Okay, so my top 5 for experiences and shows. So my number 5, I'm going to put in Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. So it's really funny.
It's always funny, that one.
Yeah, and we had an older lady, and when he was asking for a number, she just was refusing to give it, and it was it made it even funnier.
Wasn't it like a magic number? Like what's
Yeah,
your
he was like, what's your
number?
number? And he's
What's your
like,
favourite number or something? She just like didn't understand.
he's
the
like, I
question.
can't hear you, you know, and everything, but it was just really funny. So that, to be honest, that was probably what was more funny. It was her. So it's different every time you go, which is so good about it. So I'm definitely putting that in at number 5. I'm putting Enchantment at number 4. I do love the castle show. I love the projections on it more than the fireworks, but it's so, I think if you could get right up to the front, that would be brilliant. But otherwise, you're quite often crammed in. There's always somebody that comes in front of you, sticks their phone up and FaceTimes their family, which is really annoying, and it ruins it a little
I think
bit.
that
But
was quite specific.
yeah, well,
What
that's
is it?
exactly what happened. But yeah, so it still is, I think, a really good show, and I love the projections, but kind of the people around you can ruin it a little bit. So number 3, I'm putting the Harmonious at Epcot, because we actually had a pretty good view. We weren't right near the front either, we were a little bit further back, but you could see quite well.
We're just near the Canada Pavilion.
Yeah, and you could see, and it was nice. You weren't like kind of, you didn't feel crammed in. People weren't in your way, but you still had a really good show, a good sort of view of it. So that's number 3.
I don't think we're sad that the barges have gone though.
Oh
during
no,
the day.
during the day they're
What's
horrible.
the barges?
The big things that
In the lake.
the projections are on, which are great as part
Oh
of the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
But during the day they're
They're
so
just
horrible.
big scaffolding in the middle of the
The
lake.
big circle and the big like kind of archways and things. And
In the middle of the lake.
For Harmonia.
I
Yeah.
actually really like that.
I like it as part of the actual nighttime
It
show.
makes a good show, but
But during the day, it ruins the view
Yeah.
across that the kind of lake. So I'm quite glad that they're gone. Okay, so number 2, I think I'm at is the basketball. Even though I don't really have a clue of what's going on, it is a great like evening sort of thing. So definitely number 2, and number 1, Fantasmic, because it was the best show of them all. Definitely.
I
Okay, Roddy?
Dad, or have you
I've done
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, you go last.
Were you not listening?
Alright. For my shows, number 5 is Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. It was really funny, so that's why.
Yeah.
4 is Enchantment, a castle show.
Yep.
Then 3 is basketball.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
basketball show. Not show, but game.
Yeah.
2 is Harmonious. Oh, what's that again? Oh,
Epcot.
yeah, that's
that's it. Yeah. Harmonious. That's
I
right.
can't remember what your
And
top
then-
5 is.
And then number 1 is Fantasmic.
Yeah, I think we've all, well, not you actually, but yeah, we've all got very similar, I think, top 5s for it.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've saved rides for last.
This is a biggie.
Yeah, and we've all actually got, I think, we've all got quite different stuff. But
Yeah, I keep remembering other things. and,
yeah, it's really hard because
Majority of us have got 2 the same.
there's so much that I think
there's some surprising ones.
we
in there,
really
I
liked,
think.
yeah, and I kept forgetting ones. But right, who wants to go first for the rides
I
then?
think Brody should, because he's not been first.
Right, you go
Alright.
first then, Brody.
Okay.
Right, so your top 5 rides.
Alright, so for 5 is Splash Mountain. And then 4 is Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon
Mm.
one,
You can
yeah.
like be a pilot and stuff. 3 is Flight of what's it called? Passage.
Yeah, the Avatar ride.
And then 2 is Velocicoaster, and 1 is Expedition Everest.
Mhm.
And what about Everest during the day or at night time? Do you have a
Mm.
preference?
Oh, night, because then it's way scarier.
I think it's
Yeah.
better at night. It's definitely
And you
better
can
at
also
night.
see the Epcot ball kind of glow.
Yeah.
can't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we did see that.
No, you did when you go if you're near the front and you go up to the bit where it's
Yeah, like the track's broken.
broken.
You see the ball.
You can, I think, actually see. Yeah,
Nice.
that's a good top 5. Right, who's next then? Well, I'll go next.
Okay.
Right, okay. So I'm going to give an honorary mention to this ride because normally it is my top ride, but on this particular holiday we only did it once and it wasn't as good a sequence, so I don't feel like it can go in my top 5, but it's one of my favourite rides, and that's Tower of Terror, which I force you all to go on.
Yeah.
But one day you will love it.
He's just like moaning about it and then he's really enjoying it.
Yeah, you made
But
this queue like
it
2
can
hours.
depend on, no, it was less than an hour, but it was quite a long
less.
queue. But it can depend on the sequence that you get, and I just didn't feel like we got that many drops in it. So anyway, so my top 5. Number 5, I'm putting in Slinky Dog Dash, but at night time. In fact, we only rode it. We only did ride it at night time, but I think that was actually probably better. Number 4 was Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure over at Islands of Adventure. That was really surprising. Didn't really know much about it other than like one's on a motorbike, one's in a little cart. So it was a very surprising coaster, but actually it was really good. Number 3 was Flight of Passage. That was just amazing. I loved it. Number 2, Velocicoaster. Again, that's probably one of the best actual like full-on thrill roller coasters that I think we've been on. But number 1, it has to go to Guardians, the Cosmic Rewind. Just loved that ride so much. So that's definitely my all-time favourite at the moment. Okay, so who's next?
I'll go next then. So my number 5 is the Jurassic Park River Adventure, mostly because I remember watching it when I was younger on TV.
You used to watch it on YouTube a lot, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually.
And then number 4 is Hulk. It was really fast. And
Yeah.
It's the launch out the tunnel.
it hurts your neck.
Yeah.
It does. Number 3 is Splash Mountain, which is gone now, so sad.
But never mind, we all got on it, which
It
is
was
good.
one of the best ones.
Yeah.
That's why I put it in my top
I love the
5.
song.
Yeah. And then number 2 is Velocicoaster, because you get to see a massive view of the park at night
Yeah,
when you go
actually.
up to the top.
That is really good.
And it's Jurassic World, and I like Jurassic World. And
And
then
the queue actually
yeah, the queue's
is
pretty
really
good.
The
Yeah.
animatronics and everything, and
Yeah.
that is definitely one
That's
of the
one
best.
of the best queues actually.
I
now
think
you
it's one of the best
Ah.
queues, yeah.
But number 1 is Guardians, because I had seen nothing on it. I had seen nothing on most of these rides because I didn't watch any videos. But so yeah, it was really unexpected. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
music made it, wasn't it?
Music
Music's
made it
good,
good.
definitely.
Brody, do you want to go next?
Brody's
Number
done
last?
it, I
I
think.
didn't.
Yeah.
First.
You weren't
Oh,
listening. You weren't listening.
You weren't listening either.
Sorry.
Right,
right.
Dad's last then.
So, honorary mention to Splash Mountain, because I remember doing it as a child, and I think I've done it with all our like extended family. So we managed to complete the set with Brody,
Yeah, Brody
getting
got on
it
it.
to all like your cousins and my brother and that and sister and everybody's done it. So that was really good, sort of family memories. So we managed to complete the set there. That was great.
Because you've done it you've gone to Florida so many times, you can't count.
Right, we're not getting into that. Right, so that's an honorary mention. And I kind of just thought when you were speaking about an honorary mention, it's not really a ride, but you do get a wee thrill as a Skyliner when it comes
Oh,
crashing
yeah.
into the
Skyliner's not one of my
the
favourites.
station.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, Sky. Does that?
So
Well, no, that's transportation.
Yeah.
Well, it counts, we're counting it.
Yeah.
I've like merged.
We
the-
loved it anyway.
Yeah, it was really good.
Cool stuff.
So my top 5, and really surprisingly, was Hagrid's Motorbike
Yeah.
Adventure.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. Never
No,
seen the
we're
films.
not really Harry Potter fans,
And I
but
think probably those
Star
queues
Wars.
would be amazing if you're a fan because it's
Aye.
like so well themed.
we didn't have to
to the
queue that
movies.
long for it. We
Yeah.
really, it was like just under half an hour,
Yeah.
which normally that's like over a couple hours.
But because I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, I wouldn't want to queue for longer. But
The ride
so
was
that was definitely the ride was really good. Then it gets so tough after this, but Flight of Passage was really good, kind of unique in its way
Yeah.
and everything. That was good. Then Rise of the Resistance
yeah,
was
that is
fantastic.
really good.
Oh, the other honorary mention I want to say is
Like,
the very first time we did Smuggler's Run. I got so excited with it,
yeah,
and we were just the
It
4 of
was
us in the pod.
and the boys were pilots.
Boys were pilots, and it was just we were all hyper, or I was hyper anyway,
You
and that was great. But the next time you rode it wasn't as good. But Rise, every time I rode it, it was great.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Rise is in at number 3. Number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, I didn't know anything about it. Really surprising, really great. Loads, like you could ride it loads of times.
Oh,
never
yeah.
get bored.
And especially if you get different songs,
Yeah.
it would be so different. Yeah.
We did it a couple times.
Yeah, we did it a few times. It was
I think
good.
we got the Disco Inferno, Burn Baby Burn.
Yeah, and then we got one of the Christmas
It was like a Christmas
songs.
overlay, and I can't remember what
Didn't
it was,
recognise
but
it,
it was
but it
more
was
like a rocky sort of music.
Yeah, it was good.
I can't remember, but
But
yeah.
anyway, so Guardians at number 2, and then number 1 is Velocicoaster.
Mm.
We've done a lot of roller coasters over the years, and that is the first time in ages I've had like proper white knuckles, like had to hold
Off
on,
your seat.
flying off your seat,
And not
It
having
just-
anything over your head.
Yeah,
and you go
it
so
was
high.
Felt like you were gonna die.
And
it
the
was
barrel
intense.
roll,
But
like,
I
oh,
didn't-
yeah, it wasn't.
It
I
was
didn't
intense.
like come off my seat, I don't think.
You
No.
didn't know?
No, I came
oh,
off
I
my
remember like
seat.
feeling like you lifted up a little
Yeah,
bit. You didn't.
free-
You weren't. Didn't
um,
feel
Yeah, I
like
think
you
I
were
did,
full.
but I think I felt that, but I
But
don't
yeah.
think I actually got
Yeah,
No,
I don't think
no.
it actually
You
physically
just
came off.
feel
No.
like
just
you
feel
come off a
that-
bit
You
Like-
feel
Yeah.
lighter and
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So Velocicoaster was like
And it was
as
actually-
a thrill ride.
And on the
Quite
last
cool.
night, we did it literally 3 times in a row
Yeah.
until it basically closed.
we did it
And
until it closed.
that was like the end of the
Aye.
holiday, which was really good, especially because we hadn't been
Yes.
very well during our week at
To
Universal.
get to blitz that.
But we had enough energy and everything in us, and I think it was worth it.
That was the best part. Like
that
that's the
was-
best way to end the holiday. Just do the.
Well, we
favourite
actually
ride,
did,
basically,
and we
3
actually
times.
we did like we met Blue. It was very much just purely Jurassic
Oh yeah,
World
we did.
stuff.
Mm.
We did.
So-
The day
It
we
was a good way
left,
to end it.
the day we left Disney though, we did Slinky Dog Dash at night.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that
that's-
was good.
That
Yeah.
gets another honorary mention.
We
so
ended
basically I've
Disney
just done
with
that
you.
at top 10.
it was a good.
Top 10 basically.
It was good 2 rides to sort of end Disney, end Universal.
Yeah, we did that
It was
well.
a good way to end it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's our top 5s, and it's fun to sort of look back and sort of think about the things that that were good. So yeah, so we just wanted to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you another time. Bye.
Whoa.
Bye.
Ah.